Right, so there's this phone that's been floating around on the internet for quite a while, and I've never really heard of anything like it. I'm always looking at these things for reviews on rugged smartphones and all that, and this one started popping up just about a few months ago. Well, I started seeing it a few months ago, called the Atom XL, and it seemed like a bloody good phone. I looked around, it seemed like a pretty good deal, but the problem is there was no information on it. So it's, from what I gather, it's a Kickstarter phone, and because of all this COVID, everything that's happened with COVID, they don't seem to really be doing any more with the phone. I mean, they're still making it, it's just everything's delayed, and they've sent them out to people that have backed them on Kickstarter, which I actually hadn't done. But I bought one off eBay because I thought it's easy enough, seems like a reasonable phone. I want to actually give it a try, and I was using a Cat S31, which I'm actually taking the video with, and honestly, for their cheapest phone, which really wasn't that cheap of a phone for me, I was not that impressed. And I'm just some random redneck, basically living in rural New Zealand. I just want a decent phone that I can thrash around, drop, and not be that worried about breaking, that can still do basically everyday things. So I thought, like, this isn't really a review or an unboxing or anything like that. This is just this is my phone. This is how it's done for me within the week that I've owned it, and pretty much just my thoughts on it. So when I first got it, they gave me that box there, and there was a charger floating around somewhere. It's one of them stupid boxes that's impossible to open. And I see the charger. So yep, charger. Toss that down there. Give you a thing that's got a screen protector and a SIM card. Toss that down there. Get an antenna which plugs into the top of the phone, but I can't seem to really find a use for in New Zealand. Bunch of rubbish, bunch more rubbish, that's about it. This plug, which will not work in the country I'm currently in, because we're on angry looking plugs, so it's not going to work. But yeah, that's pretty much the entire box. It's thrown around everywhere. But inside the box, got my phone, which had a screen protector on it. I've been using this phone for about a week now, and honestly I've been quite happy with it. One thing I found a bit out the gate though is physical. Looks like it's got a physical button on it that actually doesn't do anything. It's still a home button, but you can't push it. The way around that though is I've just hooked up the fingerprint scanner, which works fairly alright. The phone itself, I've disabled most animations, played around in that, but the phone seems to work pretty decent. Yeah, camera's actually pretty good quality, I've found. I mean, the one I'm recording this on is terrible quality, but hey, the phone itself ain't that bad. It's definitely a bloody thick phone. And just the week I've had it, I've actually put a few decent scratches across the back of it. That's just been sitting in my pocket. I work in the engineering shop, so we get a lot of problems with steel dusts, shavings and all of that crap, the stuff that likes to go inside the speaker. And probably can't tell on there, but I've actually got a lot built in there as it is. You can see in that screw hole on the top. But yeah, it's honestly not that bad of a phone. Well, there was just no information on them though. But I reckon I got a worthwhile device out of it. Seems bloody not too bad. I better not put my password in. Got that anyway. But it's reasonable enough. Camera works not bad. Specs, like, it doesn't lag on you. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole thing. The power button's on that side though. So that's, my last one was all the way up here. Some have them on top, but down there, got your up and downs on it. Responds pretty alright. The way they've set it up factory is long press turns the torch on, and double press actually takes a screenshot. The thing about this little Android 10 thing is you don't have the app screen like you normally do, so that's been taking a lot to get used to. I've had to make a separate folder, which I've named very appropriately, with all the apps that I just don't ever use or care about, or have any intention of really using. But yeah, other than that, they done that stupid thing where they reroute the back button to the annoying spot. So I actually found that in the settings to change that around the other way. Wasn't too bad. It's got the same size screen as an iPhone 5. So basically, it wasn't too bad to start using, but now that I look at my old Cat S31, it's actually a much bigger phone than I originally thought, and that sat in the palm of my hand, I thought. But now I look at pretty much what everyone else has, and they've all got bloody big tablets. So as a comparison, it's alright to use, it just makes everyone else's phone look massive. There's a bit of a side-by-side comparison. Regular generic drill, and this phone right next to it, so it's makes the drill look absolutely huge, because you expect a phone like this to not look so tiny. Another side-by-side comparison. Phone, generic screwdriver. Phone's basically the size of the screwdriver handle. Yeah, overall, that's pretty much... Well, I think it's a reasonable phone. I'm quite happy with it. It does everything I need it to. It's basically my calculator from when I'm at work. If I take it in the bush and I drop it on the ground, I'm not that worried because it's supposed to be waterproof. So yeah, seems pretty alright. I hope this brings a bit of insight onto what it actually is for the people coming, and if you've seen one on eBay and you've been looking at them like I've been, at least now you know there's other people out there that do have them, because there just wasn't any information out there for me. Alright, cheers.